SEC championship. Phil Fulmer in Tennessee. You win, you go to the Rose Bowl. LSU, well, they're going to the Sugar Bowl, and then we've got chaos everywhere. Second quarter, Tennessee trailing 7-0. On the 31, Casey Clausen to Kelly Washington. Gorgeous pass. Washington, who torched LSU in Knoxville. We tied at 7. Volunteers ball again, midfield. Clausen looking for Washington again, and why wouldn't he? Down the sideline. He has got him again. Brought down inside the 5-yard line. Next play. Clausen, so many weapons. To Troy Fleming. That is 6. Tennessee up 14-7. Under 2 minutes remaining in the first half, and LSU now driving. Rohan Davey rolls right. Going to get hit by Kevin Burnett after he throws. Davey hurt for the second time in the first half, forced to go to the bench and Payne LSU down a touch at the half. Late in the third quarter, Tennessee up 17-16. Vols ball. Travis Stevens, the hero against Florida, coughs it up. Damian James picks it up for LSU and sets up LSU with Matt Mock. 22-year-old freshman, played baseball for the Cubs, and he's looking like he's been in the middle of a mix before. Josh Reed fighting through tacklers, sets up a first down. Next play, Mock, quarterback draw. Look at the freshman go for 6. 2-point conversion, good. Travis Stevens looks on. LSU up a touchdown. John Henderson with a season in the balance says, come on, fellas, come on, let's get this, let's do this. Under 9 left, Tennessee ball at midfield. Clausen to Dante Stallworth, got it, on the run. Hit by Demetrius, Hoofkin fumbles. LSU has the football. Tigers trying to take advantage. 2nd and 14. Mock looking for Josh Reed. Draws the interference penalty. It is first down for LSU, and Mock is fired up. Just over 3 minutes left. Ball's down 24-20. Philip Fulmer. We've got to have a goal line stand, fellas. 3rd and goal. Matt Mock, another QB draw. He is stopped short. 4th and goal. Decision time for Nick Saban. No decision. He keeps his kicker, John Corbello, on the sideline. Gonna go for it. Rolling the dice. Dominic Davis up and in. 31-20 LSU. Another weekend of chaos. Philip Fulmer and the Volunteers will not go to the Rose Bowl. Jarvis Green and LSU Tigers are absolutely geeked. Tennessee's Bernard Jackson and Kelly Washington cannot believe it. LSU, they take home the hardware 31-20, and Chris Berman is not here, so I will say it for him. What? First Nebraska, then Florida, now Miami. Does anybody want to play Miami in the Rose Bowl? I hear Pasadena is awfully nice this time of year. LSU wins its first SEC title since 1988. So tune in Sunday morning, Sports Center at 10:30 a.m. Eastern Time for the announcement of the USA Today ESPN coaches poll. If Colorado moves ahead of Nebraska in that poll, then the Buffs could go to the Rose Bowl. If not, then it will be Nebraska-Miami for the national championship. LSU headed to the Sugar Bowl. Tennessee not headed to the Rose Bowl, and they had history on their side. LSU didn't care. Before this game, no SEC team that had a chance to play in the national title had blown a shot to play in that game by losing the SEC title game. As a result of the loss, Tennessee now likely headed to play Michigan in the Citrus Bowl. Now back to that 4th down play, Nick Saban. You rolled the dice. Reaction.
I thought it was really important that we score a touchdown there. We put a tremendous drive together to get a field goal and give them the ball back and have them be able to tie the game. And I thought it was, we'd have had to stop them one way or the other. We had a 4-point lead, so they'd score a touchdown to win or a touchdown to tie. But when the ball's inside the 1, hard for me to kick field goals.
We didn't play very well, and they played well. We dropped interceptions, we dropped passes, we had fumbles, we had penalties. Unbelievable. Those things, you can't do those things in a championship game.
Who is going where and who gets Miami for the national championship in the Rose Bowl? Tune in to ABC 3:30 on Sunday for all of the answers. Some more news out of Atlanta involving Georgia Tech head man George O'Leary. ESPN has learned that O'Leary is soon to be named as the next coach at Notre Dame as early as Monday. Notre Dame officials were in Atlanta on Saturday meeting with O'Leary, who has agreed in principle to make the move and moved up his own staff meeting Sunday with his Tech assistants from 11:30 in the morning to 9:30 in the morning. Now compare O'Leary's numbers since he took over at Tech to the particulars in South Bend. He took over in '94 for Bobby Ross, and it's better all the way around. O'Leary's best season, 1998, when Tech was co-champs of the ACC. He was the conference's coach of the year. O'Leary and Tech, incidentally, beat the Irish in the 1999 Gator Bowl.
It gives me great honor to announce this year's winner of the 2001 Heisman Memorial Trophy. And the winner is Eric Crouch, University of Nebraska.
He didn't throw for as many touches or yards as the other candidates. He wasn't undefeated, but Eric Crouch is certainly a football player's football player. No question about that, and he was suitably pleased.
Well, it's quite an honor to be up here today, and you know, I'm lost for words, but the first thing that I want to do, I just want to thank God for making this possible. Without him, I don't know where I'd be right now. I also want to thank my family, first and foremost, my mother, who has given me the strength and the courage and everything to be able to be here today, and the qualities to be able to be the type of player and the type of person that I am.
You never know, he might be heading to the national championship game. Didn't know that when he won the Heisman. You can see just how close the vote was. 26 players received a first-place vote. 17 got more than one. Second time in history that the top 6 vote-getters all played the same position. This, obviously, quarterback. Crouch won only one of the 6 voting regions. He is the first player to win the award, carrying only one region.
BYU trying to stay perfect against Hawaii. Some angst between the mascots. Gary Croton getting his Chargers whipped up.
One drive, one play. Boom, every time. That's right down the field. Don't worry about the scoreboard.
Those fiery pep talks lose some of their sting when you're wearing a lei. This was the Nick Rolovich story. To Channon Harris for 23, the first touchdown pass of the game. We interrupt the Nick Rolovich story for the Chad Owens story. Takes the kickoff and goes coast to coast, sea to shining sea. He also took a punt back 74 yards for a score and set an NCAA record for return yards with 342. The freshman having a large game. Back to Rolovich. Hooking up with Ashley Lally. Hawaii up 31-10. Rolovich, here's number 3, Tafiti Uso. The Warriors 38-10, 3 touchdown passes for Rolovich, and then he hooks up with Uso again. Hawaii up 45-17, 4 touchdown passes for Rolovich. There's number 5 to Greg Stutzman. Stutzman kicked the ball and then got kicked out for excessive celebration. We go back to Rolovich for Lally. Lally, 8 catches for 262 yards.
Someone should cover him.
Yeah, it's not a bad idea. 6 touchdown passes. Do I hear 7? I see 7. And then later, BYU QB Charlie Peterson gets run out of bounds. They crash into the cheerleaders, and a lot of pent-up anger from those male cheerleaders. They've been made fun of too long. Got a calf injury here. Get some ice on her, get her back in the football game. Where were we on Rolovich? Oh, yeah, 7 and counting. There's number 8. BYU rolls it up on, BYU gets rolled up by Hawaii, 72-45. Hawaii's numbers sound like an Arena League team. Rolovich has now thrown 20 touchdown passes and averaged 516 yards passing over his last 3 games. The Warriors have averaged